How's it going, everybody? It's Peas for Lunch, also known as Eric. So today I just had a quick video for you, and I wanted to just hopefully start a short discussion. So we will call this Peas Discusses Gaming. So here we go. I just recently started playing a free-to-play game, and this is going to be the topic of today: is free-to-play games. Free-to-play game called Let It Die. I now have about 8 hours in the game. I'm playing it. I really enjoy it. It comes from the company Grasshopper Manufacturers. Now, if you're not familiar with this company, they normally get with the man known as Suda. And Suda makes a lot of zany games, a lot of crazy stuff to them. I really think that's what's holding my attention. But with this game, this will be the first this will be one of the few games that I really enjoyed that is free to play, and I kind of wanted to discuss this and see if anybody else felt the same way. So, Let It Die is fun. It's got some cool elements to it. It's pretty zany, just like any other Grasshopper Manufacturer / Suda game. Very cool, very fun, but I'm just afraid eventually it's going to run out. So, to continue this line of thought, I played another free-to-play game called Animation Throwdown. Now, it's a mobile game. It's a card game that's based off many of the popular, cartoon franchises, such as Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, Futurama, King of the Hill, American Dad, stuff like that. And it's a card game, so it's what you'd expect. Anyway, I got into that game for quite a while, and I never spent a dime on that game. I always just played the game normally, and it eventually just disappeared, just like everything else. And so then you had this Star Wars game that was free to play. It was also on mobile. Never spent a dime on that one either. Just kind of dove into the whole Star Wars thing. It was kind of like an RPG, and it was turn-based. It was really up my alley, but for some reason I just couldn't stay interested in it. Now, Pokemon Go was a massive thing. I remember in my town for at least a month and a half when Pokemon Go came out, the main center of town where people are supposed to gather would gather there in just massive bunches, and you could go at all hours of the night and find people playing Pokemon Go. Again, never spent any money on that game. I just played it and I enjoyed it for the most part. So come now, it actually ended a while back, but I'll use now as an example. Nobody's playing that game anymore. Nobody in my town is playing that game anymore. The area where people used to gather is just dead. You don't run into anybody who's just randomly playing it anymore. So it begs the question, what happens in a free-to-play game changes things to where it's not as entertaining as a game you pay full price for? Now, I know what you're thinking. Games you can pay full price for can still be bad. Games can still be bad, and if I pay for it up front and it's bad, then I've lost money. I know, and that's even sound reasoning. But the thing is, think about the games you enjoy. Think about the games you've paid full price for and you like. You like those games. You enjoy those games. You have a lot of fun with them, be it for 4 hours or 40 hours. You enjoyed that game. Now, think about the last few free to play games that you played that you can honestly say you enjoyed as much as the one you spent money on. Now, this is coming from a standpoint of somebody who doesn't spend money on free to play. I simply just don't do it. So if you spend money on those games, then you probably did enjoy it a little more or enough to play it. But what I'm finding is a free-to-play game, even made by one of my favorite writers, designers, Suda, still can fall flat and still can leave you with a rough experience overall. So I said all that to say this. what exactly does the free-to-play model do for gaming as an industry or for the consumer at all? Most of these free-to-play games have a currency that's special that you have to spend live money on that will increase your experience or your value in the free-to-play game. Those people that buy into these things, I can't help but wonder, can you not take the money that you've spent on a free-to-play game and go buy a game that you just pay for and you get it all up front? So, again, as someone who doesn't pay money for in these free-to-play games, I'm curious. If you're listening to this, you enjoyed the video, whatever the case is, I'd like to see some comments about what free-to-play games have you played, and what free-to-play games have you played and then paid money in those games. So I'm curious, do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I personally don't think that free-to-play games are doing anything for the industry, and I honestly think it's only making people more lazy about designing a game. Anyway, that's my thoughts. I hope this starts a short discussion, and I hope this can become a regular thing for me where I make a video talking about things in gaming and things going on with video games in general. Anyway, thanks for listening. If you liked it, give it a like. If you want to hear more, please subscribe. And if not, that's all well and good. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.